Yo guys, welcome back to ISO Hoops. It's been a while. It's been a while. How you been doing? If you've been doing good, tell me all about it in the comments. I love engagement. Any type of engagement. Please. I'm begging you. Anyway, it's been a while since I've posted, but I really felt like talking about Liam McNeeley because I feel like he's one of the most underrated prospects in this entire draft and someone who I fully believe will be the steal of the draft legitimately for the Hornets. So if you like the video, watch it all the way through and then like it and subscribe if it's really that good. Let's get into it. So yeah, basically in this video, I will be talking about two things. One, why I think he is the steal of the draft and could possibly be one of the best role players in the entire NBA in 2 or 3 years. And also two, why I think he's fit next to LaMelo Ball and Brandon Ingram is potentially even better than the fourth overall pick, Con Knipple. And I know a lot of this does seem random, like why have I just decided to pronounce my love for Liam McNeeley, this cold ass shooter, but a lot of it will make sense when I get into the specifics. So let's get into it. By the way, any type of engagement will be good for me. So anything, like, dislike, anything, please. And let's get into it. So, Liam McNeely is in fact one of my favorite prospects in this entire draft, which there's a lot because this is a really good draft. He's right up there for me with like Jan Hansen, which like Jan Hansen is probably my favorite player in this draft, but it's like everybody's made a video about Jan Hansen. If you want that video and ask for it enough, I might make that video, but it's like everybody's already made that video. Liam McNeely though is one of those prospects I feel like 2 or 3 years in a championship level team could be like the third or fourth best player. One, he is an incredible shooter, one of the best shooters in this draft. I might say the best shooter in the draft. I think he's a better shooter than Colin Knipple. I know his percentages were potentially off from last college season, but his shot is just so pretty, and his release is actually so fast that I'm just going to say he is the best shooter in this class. That might be controversial, but I fully 100% think that. And I also think he isn't just a shooter. Like, really, his offensive bag is pretty underrated. He also has the mid range game and a post up game. He doesn't have the world splitting athleticism where he kind of needs a couple screens to get past his man, but he's okay off the dribble, and at his size, it's pretty impressive how good of an offensive player he really actually is. Now let's get into a reason why I think he will actually be a better fit compared to Con Knipple. Con Knipple, I like him. I don't really like him as the fourth overall pick. I think he's okay, but I don't see his ceiling like next to like Trey Johnson or like any of the other guys in the lottery. I think he's better than Ego Demon though. Ego Demon is not that good. But like why I think he is a better fit along these guys is he's just incredibly shifty, and like when he was that second option in high school behind Cooper Flag, he was like a top 10 8 pick projected in the draft. And it's like when he went to college and told to be the number one guy, he flopped. He kind of flopped. He didn't average good numbers, and it was really hard for him being the first option. But I think being an more off ball, not being asked to be more of a creator, I think you'll actually see the best on him. Shooting, getting out on cutouts, getting out on transition. I actually think his numbers in college were better than Concaniple's. Obviously, not the efficiency. The efficiency was pretty bad, but you can even see the numbers here. He's averaging 2.3 assists a game. He was played way too on ball, and it's like once he has like two players around him who are going to be handling the rock a lot more, and you see him cut, you see him shoot anything that the team needs, I think he's going to be one of the best role players in the system. Plus, he's a really underrated defender. He's a really underrated defender. I know you see him, oh, he's white. He must be a bad defender. But I actually think he's a better defender than LaMelo Ball and Con Knipple. So I actually like him, you know, in the backcourt with LaMelo Ball compared to Con Knipple. But like Con Knipple is a okay bench player to come off the bench, but I just don't see him, having as high as a ceiling as like Liam McNeely, and also I feel he's obviously going to be the steal of the draft. Like he's a player I think comes in right now and is automatically better than a lot of role players due to his ability to like shoot, scramble, hustle, and kind of defend. I'm not saying he's gonna be a Hall of Fame level clamps defender, but he's not a bad defender at all. You see him get that steal there. I just feel he's gonna be the steal of the draft. Anyway, how do you guys feel about it? If you have any, you know, put that down in the comments, and hopefully like, subscribe, and peace. See you later.